All right, if you're a local business owner, I'm willing to bet you've asked yourself this question. Is my online marketing actually bringing in customers? Or am I just paying for a bunch of clicks and impressions? Well, today, we're going to cut through all that noise and show you how to measure what really, truly matters.
It's a really simple question, right? But the answer, well, that can be super frustrating. You're putting your money into getting your name out there, but are you seeing a real return, in the form of paying customers? If that question hits a little too close to home, then you are definitely in the right place.
Okay, let's dive into something I see all the time. I call it the visibility trap. It's this frustrating cycle where you're spending good money to be seen online, but you're not seeing any real results where it actually counts, in booked jobs. This is the classic sign, right? Your marketing report looks amazing. It says you have thousands of impressions and clicks. You're showing up in all the right search results. On paper, it looks fantastic. But in reality, your schedule isn't any fuller. This painful disconnect is where so much marketing money just goes down the drain. So what's feeding this visibility trap? A lot of the time, it's this huge misconception in local marketing, this obsession with ranking number one. And look, I get it. It feels good to be at the top of the search results, but it is absolutely not the end goal. As local SEO expert Greg Gifford so bluntly puts it, rankings don't mean squat to a business's bottom line. And he is 100% right. Being number one for some keyword feels great, but it doesn't pay the bills. It's just a stepping stone. It's not the destination. And this lays it out perfectly. On the left, you've got what we call vanity metrics. These are the feel-good numbers like keyword rankings and impressions. Yeah, they might look impressive on a report, but they don't put food on the table. But on the right, you have business metrics. These are the actions that directly lead to new customers. So, it all boils down to this. Activity does not equal results. You can have all the online activity in the world, but if it's not translating into actual business, it's really just noise. To make this crystal clear, let's try a little thought experiment. Let's reframe how you think about your online presence. Instead of seeing it as just a collection of web pages and profiles, I want you to start thinking of it as your digital storefront. Your Google business profile, that little box that pops up in Google Maps and local search, is exactly like a physical storefront. All those search impressions, that's just people walking by on the sidewalk. They might glance at your sign, but what you really want are the people who open that door and decide to walk inside. So when a customer finds your Google business profile, there are really three main things they can do that signal they're actually interested. These are the equivalent of them walking into your store. They can call you, they can click to your website, or they can ask for directions. These are the actions that matter most. And each of these actions tells a powerful story about what that customer wants. A phone call? That's a hot lead, someone who needs help right now. A website visit is a warm lead. They're seriously considering you. And a direction request? Come on, that's a customer who is literally on their way to give you money. Okay, so now that we know which actions to look for, let's connect the dots. How do they fit into the journey of turning a total stranger searching online into an actual paying customer? The path from a search to a sale is actually pretty simple when you break it down. A customer has a problem, they search online, they find your digital storefront, and then they take one of those meaningful actions. That action, that's your cue to step in and book the job. In the marketing world, we have a fancy word for this, a conversion. But you don't need to know the jargon. All you need to know is that a conversion is simply that critical moment when a potential customer raises their hand and says, "Hey, I'm interested." So what should you actually be tracking to measure your online marketing success? Let's forget the complex spreadsheets and the vanity metrics. All you really need are a few key numbers that tell the real story of your business's health. This right here, this is the only scorecard you need. Phone calls from your Google profile, form fills from your website, and requests for directions. If these numbers are going up month after month, your business is growing. It is that simple. So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. When you look at your marketing reports, are they telling a story of just activity, or are they telling a story of real, actual growth? The answer to that question tells you everything you need to know. I really hope this explainer has given you the tools to measure what really matters. If you want more practical insights just like this one, be sure to subscribe. And hey, if you're ready to stop paying for activity and start paying for results, you might want to visit the team at Proper Marketers. Thanks for watching.